Hey Techno Studs, in this video we're going to take a look at the TCP connection, specifically the TCP connection establishment and then the termination of that TCP connection. So what I have here is I've already captured in a prior video, I captured communication between my demo laptop and the demo Pi. We opened up a browser and we made a connection and we captured that data. So that's the same data that I'm going to use right here. And so what we see here is I'm going to jump down to when the connection is established. So this is when I opened up the browser. So the connection is established here, and we're going to get a little more in depth into this. And then we see the data actually being transferred. It's the HTTP GET request that happens, and then the demo Pi does respond. And then we, towards the end here, see the termination of that connection. So during the process of this, it actually established two different connections. We can see that even after the process of getting this web page all happened, we see that there's a second connection that was established between these two devices. This is for 60,424. We're going to ignore that side of it, and we're just going to concentrate on the 60,425. So that is the source port that opened up this connection. And let's see how it opened up this connection, how it communicated, and then it closed this connection. So first of all, what I want to point out is that this whole connection, Wireshark allows us to easily identify what is part of this connection. And on the left-hand side here, we see that it starts, that's the horizontal line right here. It starts at this packet and then moves down and ends at this packet right here. And as we go through here, there's also some dotted lines. So the dotted lines show us that that is not actually part of this communication. So we can exclude those that are not a part of this communication. So we're just going to look at this 60,425. So the first thing that's sent to establish the connection is we see this synchronous bit turned on, or the syn bit turned on, the sync bit turned on. We can actually look down in our layer 4 here. If I can open up this layer 4 and we see the flags, and I'll open up the flags and we see the sync bit is turned on by a 1. And then we get a sync acknowledgement that gets sent back. So the sync is the request from the demo laptop saying, I would like to make a connection to you. Then the demo Pi sends a acknowledgement back. Okay, let's make a connection. And then the demo laptop sends back and says, great, we have a connection. So, and with this is just know that what happens with the sync, one of the reasons why the acknowledgement is not turned on is because the field that is the acknowledgement number is 0. It's not relevant at this point in time. There's nothing to acknowledge back. And so that's the reason why the acknowledgement field is not turned on. Whereas if I look at the sequence number here, so the sequence number for this is this very large number here. So when the demo Pi does reply back, it actually knows what is the next expected sequence number. So it has the next expected sequence number, or the acknowledgement number, specified in here. So that is the reason why that flag then is turned on. And I can open this up and I can see that the acknowledgement flag is turned on. And that's because this acknowledgement number is relevant at this point in time. So there's the three-way handshake. The demo laptop says, I would like to make a connection with you. The demo Pi says, let's make a connection. I'm acknowledging this by having an acknowledgement number of what is the next expected sequence number. And then the demo laptop says, great, we have a connection. Here is the next sequence number I'm expecting from you then. All right, then we see the actual data transfer. We have the web page that's requested, and it's requested on this same port. if we can scroll through here, 60,425. So it's the same port. This communication happens back and forth. And then after this is fulfilled, after the demo pi says, okay, I've fulfilled my part of this bargain, it actually closes out. I'm going to scroll down. It actually closes the connection at this point and sends a fin acknowledgement. And so the fin bit is turned on. And so that is the demo pi saying, all right, I'm closing this out. And the demo laptop says, great, I acknowledge that you've fulfilled your part of the bargain here. Now, the connection is actually stays open at this point. It stays open just in case there's any other communication that needs to happen, any other requests that need to happen. So there is some sort of time in which this connection will stay open. And then what happened next is I closed the browser. And when the browser closed, the laptop realizes, the demo laptop realizes, no, I'm not going to make any more requests because that browser is not even open. So now I need to terminate this part of the conversation as well. So at this point in time, the demo laptop makes a request to finish and acknowledge this port is being closed, this connection is being closed, and then the demo pi then acknowledges that connection is being closed. So there's two parts to this, and it ends up being a back and forth of 4 different packets that transfer back and forth to disconnect or to terminate this connection right here. So there you have it. So there is the connection establishment, the communication that happens back and forth, the actual request, and then the termination of this connection. Hope these videos are helping you out. If they are, can you help me out by hitting that like button?